Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel, honey. Welcome back to yet another quick chat. Today on the quick chat, we're gonna be talking about who is this Tiffany Haddish and Mr. Aries Spears. Got to talk about it. All right. Now there was a video that has been all over the Twitter. Okay, it made its way over to me. It was actually two different ones. I cringed. All right. I did not go over to the YouTube to watch the full thing in its entirety because I just could not. I personally had seen enough. Okay. But that's just for me. And for those of you guys that are wondering, that's been under a rock, you really know what's been going on. Primarily, there's been this video. Well, let me go back. Actually, let me go back. Okay. Let me go back. All right. Let me go back. So I'm reading from ABC News just to give us a little bit of details about the situation that's happening. They're saying comedians Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish are denying allegations of SA against two children during filming of an online comedy sketch that took place quite some time ago. Okay. They're saying the comedians were served with a lawsuit that was filed in Los Angeles by the plaintiffs. Okay. Identified as Jane and John Doe. Now, when I hear Jane and John Doe, that makes me think of the children that were involved in this. These kids were, much younger. All right. They must be adults now. So now they moving forward to seem like they're about to go ahead and sue. Okay. They said, who say they knew Haddish through their mother. So obviously their mom was familiar with Miss Tiffany Haddish. They said when Tiffany was a guest speaker at the comedy camp, Jane Doe attended. Now, they're saying that Tiffany told the 14-year-old kid at this particular time, she was 14, that she had the perfect role for her in the summer of 2013. So, girl, I got to do my calculations. Okay. If don't nobody do the calculations, I'm going to do the calculations. So let me see. That was 2013. Where we at now? We in 2022. So, okay. So the kid is somewhere around maybe 23, 22-ish, somewhere up in there. Okay. So now the Jane Doe is now an adult. Okay. Now they're saying that Miss Tiffany told Jane Doe's mother a redacted and completely minimal explanation of the skit. They're saying that when Jane Doe and Haddish went to a studio to film the skit, the lawsuit claims Jane Doe was shown a video of two adults. Oh, wow. That were shoving, I guess, a sandwich into their mouths and getting towards each other respective mouths. So, okay, it sounds like they were eating the same because I didn't watch the video. I can't do it. Okay. I'm just reading what they have here in the news. And it seems like you had somebody on each side of the sandwich and they were biting the sandwich as they got closer and closer. Please tell me that this wasn't, okay. So they're saying she showed the Jane Doe a video of two people. And these were adults eating a sandwich and getting closer and closer and closer. Kind of like Lady and the Tramp, honey, with the little spaghetti. So the two were not they was moaning and making certain type of noises as they both ate the sandwich in a manner that stimulated a SEX act. Girl, are you out your mind? They're saying Spears told Jane Doe to mimic what was seen. Not you done told this baby at 14 to mimic what was seen in the video. And Haddish advised her how to do it. Oh, wow. According to the lawsuit. Okay. Now I wasn't there, so I don't know what to be fact, but this is according to what they're saying. The lawsuit is saying, according to court documents, Jane Doe says she did what they told her to do so that she could go home. Not that so that she could go home. So then it brings up questions of, did you want to be a part of this at all? Who forced this on you? Did somebody, was it Tiffany that forced this on you? Was it your mama that forced it on you? Like, it sounded like the child, when she said, I did what I was told so I could go home, sound like she didn't want to be there in the first place. Okay. So the following year, the lawsuit claims Haddish offered to book, arrange, and film the 7-year-old brother, okay, a Nickelodeon sizzle. What? Not a Nickelodeon sizzle reel at Spears' home. They allegedly stripped him down to his underwear for a video about the mind of a pedo. Baby, I did see that video. That's the clip that I saw surfacing on Twitter. I have a huge problem with that. I hate when I see children. I hate the thought of it. I hate to see it. I do not like children to be violated. I don't like any humans to be violated, to be honest, but especially little babies, little kids. Like, I just think that is so fucked up. So for you to even think that this was a cool idea for you to just go and do a fucking video about, and make it a parody, that does not sit well with me at all. Okay. 2013, like, girl, I really do feel like that ain't that long ago, girl. That was just about 10 years ago, girl. This wasn't in the 90s, honey. This was just almost 10 years ago. Okay. And I don't know who told you in that time that that made sense for you to want to do in the mind of a pedo. Why do we give a about the mind of a pedo? When you sit up there and you watch, what was it, Dateline? I forgot who the guy used to do. He used to literally sit around and catch a lot of these peas around the country trying to link up with underage. You know what I'm saying? And would get caught up and get arrested on site. Like, it was a whole show around those type of individuals where they got drugged, okay, and got arrested for the things that they did. So I'm trying to understand, why did you think a comedy sketch about this would be smart? And like, I'm just disgusted. Okay. I mean, and Aries Spears he's just disgusting in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, you know what I'm saying? I've never been a fan, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest here, you know. So to have this baby sitting on the floor, underwear, absolutely out of line. And then it's a comedy sketch, girl. I just cannot. And then you got this baby looking through. I guess he had two items. One looked like a comic ad from a newspaper, and the other one was like a comic book. He dropped the comic book, got the baby looking through the eyes of the through the paper. And it was crazy how they tried to film it, because they tried to make it seem as though this child was desiring this older person. Are you out your mother mind? Are you out of your mind? Like, I'm just what? And then people are saying that this video has been out on YouTube for many years, and I never knew anything about it. They also said the mother of these kids has been on Tiffany and Aries, or whatever his name is, AS, honey, add a S. She's been on there, so literally for many years, regarding this particular situation. Okay. I'm going to get more into this article, but I'm just telling y'all from what I saw over there on the Twitter, girl. I could not go over to YouTube and watch the full thing. I just could not. For me, I had seen enough. Okay. And I don't know Tiffany's full involvement in it as far as, acting. Now, the only clip that I did see on Twitter was her dropping her child off to the dad. I mean, to her brother, I guess, the kid's uncle, right, in the clip, in the sketch. So that's all that I saw. But I do feel like Tiffany is incriminated, in my opinion. I feel like she does share a bit of responsibility, because I think that you were highly aware of what was going to be happening on this low budget comedy sketch that was being put out there. You know what I'm saying? What you guys were filming, I think that you were aware. And a lot of times, if you're not acting in scenes, you're still on set. You don't have to be, but you can be, and you could just sit around and watch and see what's going on. Woo. So with that being said, you knew what this was about. You knew what you were doing. And that's just that's a problem for me. um let's see, let's keep going. Okay, now they're saying the following year, the lawsuit claims Haddish offered to book, arrange, and film the 7-year-old John Doe, saying that it was a Nickelodeon sizzle reel. Baby, bye. Nickelodeon, girl, they do a lot of foolishness, girl. Hey, Ren and Stimpy, how are you? Yes, Ren and Stimpy, hey, how are you? Okay, they do a lot of foolishness, girl, but I don't know if they was gonna take this mess right here. All right, I know they weren't gonna take no mess like that. Okay. But anyway, they said, yeah, we pretty much talked about the whole what they did. Okay. I went through the whole video. Now they're saying, according to the lawsuit, the video shows Spears lusting over the 7-year. That's not how that video went. Okay. For me, the video went like it was from the child's mind of wanting you know what I'm saying? Now, again, I'm going off of the snippet that I saw. It was coming from the perspective, honestly, from a child, even though it was supposed to be from the mind of a P. But the kid looked like he was desiring this. I was just, girl, motherfucking disgusted. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I have to say, I have to go back up to the mom comment. Y'all get mad, feel how you feel, girl. The mama says that Haddish told Jane, or at least this is what the article is saying, Haddish told Jane Doe's mother a redacted and completely minimal explanation of the skit. I don't give a fuck what she told you. Okay. A lot of people are feeling like, oh, well, y'all know how I be on set. If you can't get there, somebody else will bring your kid, and woo woo woo, and la 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 la. Ma'am, knock knock, who's there? Foolishness is at the motherfucking door, because this again was not on no major set, girl. This was given very much so low budget. So for me, as a mom and as a overseer or whatever, okay, if you're the aunt standing in the place of the mom while on set, you should have at least also been aware of what was going on set. And honestly, if I was a judge, you're gonna have to show me proof that you was not there and that you really did not have you really did not have any knowledge of what was happening. You know what I'm saying? Because on my side looking in, it does come off as the mom, she was aware. And I don't know if she was aware and allowed it to just skate by her because of the celebrity at the time, regardless of how high it is, because you ain't got to be that big of a celebrity. But if you've known just a little bit, you can get by with a lot of bullshit, right? So because of that, I feel like Aries and the mom saw Aries and Tiffany and was like, okay, well, this should be cool. You know what I'm saying? They making a name for themselves. They getting out there with whatever. They already kind of connected with some people. So whatever. And maybe that's why she allowed some things to slide. But I feel like she was highly aware of what happened. In addition to that, when them kids got home, I'm sure you found out how it all played out. You know what I'm saying? So of course I got to read more into the story to see how the mom truly responded to it. But for me, initially looking at this and hearing the stories, I'm like, baby, and watching the video, I'm like, what kind of who the fuck, ma'am? Ma'am, yeah, she could sell you a watered down version of what the skit was like, but these are your underage children. Were you not on set? And if you were not on set and you sent their grandparents or whoever you sent to stand in your place as an adult, did they not see what this was about? Because if you come into my courtroom, girl, all y'all need to be held accountable. Every single one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, example, if you're trying to get, let's say, $5 million, okay, out of these two individuals, I'm gonna round it up and say 6 million, 3 million out of each of them. I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna eat your ass alive, okay? Especially if you did not give me enough evidence to prove that you were unaware of what the hell was happening. I'm gonna eat you the fuck up. I'm gonna check you and I'm gonna tell you about yourself as a mom. Because of that, I'm probably gonna take 2 million up off of this deal. All right. But because I feel like they contributed to this, okay, and that was very much so problematic, I'm gonna award you some type of coin. Now it might be a 4 mil or it might be 2 mil, 1 mil per child or whatever like that. Or I'm probably gonna give you a little something. You know what I'm saying? But ma'am, I'm gonna hold you accountable as well as the mom, okay? And if you didn't know better then, you should have knew better, and I'm sure know better now. And because of that, girl, I can't give you the full amount, but I probably could give you a little something. I feel like that's problematic extremely to me for these kids to have been a part of that. I'm sure if this goes to court, a judge accepts it or whatever on their desk, and they want to proceed and move forward, they're gonna have to explain how this actually affected these kids. And I'm wondering how they're going to be able to fully explain that, because when I think about it, I'm like, okay, I feel like that's really problematic, and I feel like it definitely can affect the kids from one view that I'm looking at, right? And you guys share your views and other ways you feel like this is probably affecting these kids. But for me, the first thing come to my mind, if these kids want to continue to embark on down the lane of entertainment, I feel like this video could have possibly given them a false expectation of how they have to handle themselves in order to book gigs and get opportunities. Just like the girl said, I did whatever I was told to do just so I can go home. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that would translate later on in life to I did whatever it is I needed to do so I can make sure I booked a job because I really needed the money and da 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 da. I feel like there are a lot of people that are successful in the entertainment field that did not necessarily have to lay on their back to get to where they're trying to go, or to do anything that's going to compromise the integrity of themselves or their family or whatever to get where it is they're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like that was problematic, and I don't know what other roles or what other things these kids participated in after this particular situation. You know what I'm saying? And then also, if you attached any other promises to this after them doing this skit saying that you're going to do this, and I don't know if they are, this is just me wondering if they did, that's also a problem too, especially if you did not come through. And we know Aries didn't come through because, baby, you barely got anything cracking on your end anyway, okay, for you to give anybody anything. So yeah, the people are eating them up. The people are definitely eating them up. So if you had these kids thinking that they were gonna get something out the deal or whatever, and they didn't get nothing, okay, we still don't know who they are to this day. Only know them as Jane Doe and John. Girl, y'all gonna have to answer for some things, okay? Y'all gonna have to answer for some things. People are saying that the lady been on their ass for a minute. So with this finally coming back out yet again and hitting the masses in the way that it's hitting it, I don't know if there's going to be some type of settlement. Although Tiffany's attorney is saying that this is like, I guess, pretty much a money grab situation, right? But let's go ahead and keep going because I feel like there is more to this. They're saying Spears told Jane Doe to mimic. I don't really care about that. Let me get into the lawsuit. I don't want to hear nothing else that this man had these kids doing. According to the lawsuit, the video shows Spears. I can't over this. No. I want to get into some details. Do y'all have any other details or responses? Okay. According to the complaint, the family was made aware of the video's existence due to a 2018 gossip column on Spears' past controversies. Okay. The lawsuit claims the mother of Jane and John Doe tried to settle the issue with Spears in the past without proper legal representation. The alleged settlement does not apply to the plaintiffs due to several legal issues, including a lack of adequate representation for a minor in court, as well as the agreement was never presented to a superior court. Okay, the complaint states. So I wonder how that happened. Or not so much as how that happened, but when it went to court, like, was it thrown out because you didn't have the good legal representation or whatever? Like, what happened with that situation? But anyway, they're saying let's see what else. Okay, Spears' publicist forwarded his attorney's statement on the allegations to ABC News, saying he isn't going to fall for any shakedown. So you feel like this is a shakedown? Okay. All right then. Well, we gonna see. We gonna see what the judge say. Should he get in front of a judge? Okay. They're saying that Haddish's attorney called the allegations meritless. Oh, it's a meritless. Oh, wow. Worthless is what he means. Okay, so worthless. We gonna see. We gonna see. I don't know. I mean, I will say when I watched it, I was highly uncomfortable. Don't understand why that was even something. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why they would even create the mind of as a comedy sketch. Like, who even thought that would go? What kind of is that? You know, it was a dumb idea from the very beginning. But I do wonder, different judges handle things, should this get in front of a judge and move forward? Different, judges handle situations differently. They respond differently. A judge may see it and may, feel so compelled, okay, that this lady does have a case and they can go forward or whatever, and they may be just as disgusted as a lot of us were when we saw it. And then you may have a judge that's going to be disgusted, but at the same time looking at the mom like, what the hell was you doing? What was your antennas when all of this was going on? Okay. And because of that, you're going to have to eat this, and we're not going to be able to award you anything. This is a frivolous lawsuit. Let's dismiss it. Like, I don't know, but again, judges handle things differently. Okay. The plaintiff's mother has been trying to assert these bogus claims against Mrs. Haddish for several years. Okay. That's what Tiffany's attorneys are saying. They said the statement from Tiffany's attorneys continued. Every attorney who has initially taken on her case, and there were several, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless and Miss Tiffany would not be shaken down. Now, the mother has her adult daughter representing herself in the lawsuit. The two of them will together face the consequences of pursuing this frivolous action. Okay, so it seems like, hey, the attorney's on her head just as much as she's on, Tiffany and Aries' head. That's interesting. I'm wondering, why did all of the attorneys drop it? Did they feel like it was truly frivolous, or did she, listening to the information, did they? And here's the thing. A lot of the attorneys in the areas, depending on where they are, what I'm saying? A lot of these attorneys may know these judges and may know how these judges are going to respond or whatever. And looking at this case, like, I just wonder, what are the additional details that made them feel like we're not going to get nowhere with this case? Like, did they hear anything in their client's statement that made them feel like, you contributed to this somehow? I don't know, or I wonder. I don't know, y'all. I wonder why would she have so many attorneys, and why would they all drop her? Because in order for her to retain an attorney, in my head, somebody would have to at least have assumed that she had a case, right? So if she had a case for y'all to at least get started with, then what else happened for it to not go far at all? Was it the fact that it was just like at a standstill for a long time? Did she not have enough money to, continue to pay the attorneys or whatever? I'm just wondering what all was really going on. You feel what I'm saying, girl? Like, I'm just trying to see. Let me see what else is going on. I feel like that's really it. I know a lot of people are dragging Hollywood Unlocked because they feel like Hollywood Unlocked is not reporting on this girl. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised if Hollywood Unlocked is not, reporting on his bestie, because girl, you have people over there on the shade room and the neighborhood talk, girl. They got their close friends too, and when something happen, they be acting like la 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 la. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't see that. I ain't see that girl start asking me about it because I ain't finna post about it, girl. So I mean, everybody does it in their own little way, honey. But I'm not gonna fault them. But for how they is, girl, because they gonna do that anyway, because they just how they is, girl. That ain't got really too much to do with me or what it is that I choose to talk about. Okay, this is a sucky, sad situation for everybody, all parties involved. But before I go, girl, I want to say this to you, Mr. Aries. I find this so motherfucking funny. And I saw you talk about Lizzo, but I didn't even consider unmuting what the hell your mutt mouth had to say, because I knew it was going to be something that was disgraceful, because you were sitting up there looking like a disgrace your damn self. So I said, I'm not even going to unmute this. I'm just going to listen to the headlines. And you had the audacity to be so loud and vocal when it came to Miss Lizzo, but we don't really hear you saying shit now that this video has resurfaced. Okay, and guess what? Now that this video has resurfaced, and it's a very sad thing, I have to be honest and say, I was already like not crazy about you to begin with. But now when you do a video, a comedy sketch that's resurfaced talking about in the mind of a pedo, I'm starting to look at you in that fashion. Like, I'm starting to wonder if you are. I'm not saying that you are, but the fact that you're doing that you did that video and you felt so comfortable to do it, baby, side eye from me. Understand it. But listen, I had to come to y'all real quick, give y'all my quick little thoughts, honey. I want you to go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know your overall thoughts about all of this bullshit. Okay, and really, it really ain't bullshit, but it is. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, but I want to hear y'all thoughts about this mess. Okay, I'm Jamie. That's me, honey. Please don't forget to like the video. Be sure to comment, subscribe. Okay, share my videos and follow me over there on the Instagram as well as the Twitter at Jamie. That's me. Check out my website, jamithatsme.com, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.